Hello and welcome back to my channel. So looking back at day 3 of the Beaumaris Straits Regatta, this day it was held by West Kirby Sailing Club and the racing was just around Beaumaris, so quite easy but a bit tactical at parts. So the crew for the day was James, who was on the helm, who's a friend of our family, Andrew, who's also another friend, he was on the main sheet, and then it was me and Dad back on the bow again, like before, hopefully doing the same as we have been. So the start was meant for 11 o'clock, but sadly this didn't happen because there was no wind, so it was postponed for an hour, but the wind did come in after that hour, so that was good. So looking back at the start, it was quite good, with the wind kind of coming down the strait from the northish, around 5 to 8 knots, so a bit of wind but not too much, so it's quite light and a bit tactical. We decided, like all the boats that had gone before us, we'd go out onto the sandbanks because the tide had been coming in. We decided that we'd go off the further end of the line towards the mainland, out onto the sandbanks like we had done the day before, just to try and get out away from the tide and hopefully make a bit of ground on there where there's quite clear air and not much disturb. Our strategy was just to try and play the shifts where we could and just try and stay on the sandbank away from the tide, but just trying to keep clear air where we could, which in the end you had to keep doing, just had to keep tacking, just because there was a couple of boats in front of us and they were trying to cover us, because they knew that if the wind did pick up then we would usually be a bit faster, so they needed to try and get in front early and get away if they could before the wind came in. In the end what happened was that the rain decided to come in and it completely killed off the wind and all the visibility, so we couldn't really see that far. We couldn't see back towards the Anglesey shore, which is a bit daunting at times, but that's what's happened. And with the wind completely dying off, the tide had turned at this point and we were just kind of drifting towards the mark, which luckily, with us being more on the left hand side, meant that we could kind of drift to the mark nice and straight. It means we didn't miss it. once we kind of got to the mark, the wind decided to come in with the rain. Came in kind of 15 to 20 knots, so quite a lot of wind from the south coming up the strait. And it was a bit of a weird situation with just boats kind of having their kites up, boats with their sails all the way in, all in different angles and places. But once we got round the mark, we had actually managed to make a place, just because we got straight to it and round, compared to the boat that was covering us before decided to go a bit further out, and they actually ended up missing the mark because they got pulled away with the tide. So we managed to get in front of them with just a bit of luck and just a bit of concentration, and we got into the wind, which is where we knew we could get ahead. So up the beat we managed to just get a nice lead, getting away from the other boats. We just knew that we did have the power as long as we could keep it going, and that was really good, and it meant we could extend our lead away from the others. We got to the mark, which was kind of halfway between Gallows Point and the Bangor Pier. We managed to get round and put the kite up, and that was good, and we managed to get away a bit more even there with our kite up, away from the others, and just managed to secure a nice lead against them. In the end it was only kind of one lap, so we just got down towards the finish line, got through there and managed to win the race, which was really good considering what it had been earlier. But we're just really happy with how it ended, and it just shows that we could sail with different crew but still do as well as we did, so that was really nice. So looking back at day 3, we were really happy with how it had gone. We managed to do well in the difficult conditions at times, and it was just all about trying to keep the boat moving, which we managed to do well and beat the others. So next is on to the last day of racing for us, on to day 4, and hopefully we'll do well in that. So hopefully we will see you in the next video, and goodbye.